Hi guys, it's Kelly from Cards by Christine here with you on a Technique Thursday to share with you an ombre technique. So we are all loving the Oh So Ombre paper in the sale-a-bration, correct? I'm not going to lie to you. At first, I wasn't inspired by it. And then I saw all y'all's creative ideas with how to use it, and I decided I needed to have it. And I've been using it a bunch, and I really, really love it. But sale-a-bration ends soon. It only goes until the end of February. And that paper, as far as we know, is going to disappear. So our new blending brushes have the ability to make beautiful ombre paper without having the DSP. So I do encourage you to get the DSP, especially knowing that it ends when sale-a-bration ends in just a couple of weeks. But we can make our own paper, especially if it's, if your design doesn't include one of the colors that are in the DSP, which are Bermuda Bay, Blackberry Bliss, Granny Apple Green, and Rococo Rose. So if your design is something outside of those colors, you can make your own. So I'm going to show you how I did that. And I'm actually going to move back to my not so pretty and dirty paper. But take one of the blending brushes and a classic Stampin' pad of your choice. I chose Flirty Flamingo for this bright, cheery design. And I used the Under My Umbrella set. Get some ink on your blending brush. And then, I'm not going to lie, I've used the blending brushes, but not a whole ton. So I'm still learning this technique as well. But I like to start at the top and kind of work my way down. And on this card, you're noticing that I'm really going to cover the middle, so I'm not going to worry too much about how much ink I get in the middle, but essentially, you're just going to layer your ink. I'm sorry if you can hear all that creaking. My table, my parents actually made this table for me. It's a custom size, so it kind of creaks. I love it. It's perfect, but it kind of creaks, especially when I'm blending. So just want to get a nice rich color at the top, so that's where I'm going to be putting most of my ink. But then just feathering it down. And when you're using blending brushes, you want to work in a circular fashion. And you definitely always want to have something protecting your workspace, because in doing those concentric circles, you're going to be getting quite a bit of ink off your edges. So once you feel as though you've got a nice dark to light tone, which I think I'm just about there. A little more. And you might notice this is a little different than my sample. I think I went a little heavy on my sample. Dark to not white, and I wanted to get that white on this one, so I kind of tried to lighten up my ink this time so that it wasn't Flirty Flamingo to light Flirty Flamingo, that it was Flirty Flamingo to white. And I think I did that pretty successfully. So let me walk you through how I finished the rest of this card. Just took the Under My Umbrella set, stamped in basic gray, only for the fact that I don't have my Memento stamp pad here. I lent it out to my mom, so otherwise I probably would have done basic gray, but Memento, but I don't dislike the basic gray. It kind of is a little softer, it looks nice. So I used a strip of basic gray and then craft white. However, if I would have had white embossing powder, I would advise to use that. So I don't have everything, and that is something that I need to put to the top of my wish list because I discover it would have a lot of nice uses. So get the white embossing powder. It's very useful. But anyways, and then I stamped in basic gray the boots, the umbrella, and the umbrella's handle. And then I used the umbrella builder punch to punch out the umbrella. I used the raindrops from the Under My Umbrella set, and I stamped them in balmy blue. And then I did run this through the subtle embossing folder. Just wanted a little something more. Then I used Flirty Flamingo in 4 3/4 by 3.5, and I have a basic white matted at 4.5 by 3 1/4. So Flirty Flamingo and Whisper White, and then the back is a traditional just top opening card. So we've got 11 by 4 1/4 scored at 5.5, and I used the blending brushes with Flirty Flamingo to make the ombre for the back. Let's see, what else? I used our Stampin' Blends. I used Flirty Flamingo Dark, Flirty Flamingo Light, and the Color Lifter. This is the first time I've been pretty successful in creating that gradient look with the blends from dark to white. Again, something I was trying to push myself to do, to keep that really light or white tone in it, and I did a pretty decent job this time. Then I did use dimensionals behind a couple of layers, and of course I brought some Stella in. I put some Stella at the top of the rain umbrella and the rain boots, and then I put Stella on all these beautiful little raindrops. So I do think I'm missing something from this card. Do you have any suggestions? I was thinking of bringing in some ribbon or some embellishments, but you know what? Nothing quite hit me quite right. So do you have any suggestions on how to finish off this card? And what do you think of this technique? Do you think you'll be using your blending brushes to make any backgrounds? I love how it turned out. Obviously, I'll put the center of this card in here. I'll just go like this to give you an idea. And voila, it looks like a completed card. Doesn't look like I left it empty in the middle there. But I hope you have a great Technique Thursday. If you've watched this far, you might be one of our diehards and notice that we are doing a Throwback Thursday today. Didn't have an opportunity to get out by Chris to work together on this collaborative effort, so my apologies that I'm coming to you from my home studio, but we will be bringing you more tips and techniques from the Hive very soon, and I hope you have a great day and a great weekend ahead.